Have you ever wondered how sugar is made? Today, we'll take you on a journey from the sugarcane fields to your sugar bowl. Our journey begins in the lush, verdant fields where sugarcane plants sway gently in the tropical breeze. Sugarcane planting is typically done in these tropical regions, where the climate is just right for these sweet stalks to grow. After the seeds are sown, it's a waiting game. Sugarcane takes about 12 to 18 months to mature, growing tall and sturdy under the warm sun. This is a plant that requires patience, but the reward is sweet indeed. When the sugarcane is ripe and ready, it's time for the harvest. Workers move through the fields, cutting down the cane and preparing it for the next stage. This is where the journey truly begins for our sugarcane. Once harvested, the sugarcane is ready to embark on its journey to become sugar. Now that we have our harvested sugarcane, it's time to extract the juice. Sugarcane, as robust as it is, holds a sweet secret within its fibrous stalks. To unlock this sweetness, we need to crush the cane. Picture this: large, heavy-duty rollers, almost like industrial-sized pasta makers, exerting immense pressure on the sugarcane. As the cane passes through, the fibers break down, releasing a cascade of sweet, sticky juice. This is the first step in transforming our humble cane into sugar. But we're not quite done with the extraction process. The juice must be collected and strained. This step ensures that any remaining solids, little bits of cane fiber that manage to sneak through the rollers, are removed. What we're left with is a pure, unadulterated sugarcane juice, bursting with natural sweetness. With our sugarcane juice extracted, we're one step closer to creating sugar. Scene script. Remember that sugarcane juice we extracted? Now, it's time for it to transform. The juice, fresh from the cane, embarks on a journey of change. It's first heated, gradually, until it begins to bubble and boil. This process, my friends, is not merely cooking, but an art form. The heat needs to be just right, and the timing, impeccable. As the sugarcane juice simmers, it slowly morphs into a thick, golden syrup. This isn't your average syrup, though. This is a sugary concoction, rich with the potential to become so much more. The syrup is then introduced to a centrifuge, a machine that uses force to separate substances of different densities. This is where our syrup takes its next big leap. The centrifuge spins and spins and spins, its speed a blur to the naked eye. And then magic happens. The spinning separates the syrup into two distinct components: raw sugar crystals and a dark, sticky liquid known as molasses. The sugar crystals are the beginnings of the sweet granules we sprinkle on our morning cereal, while the molasses, well, that's a story for another day. This process, this transformation, is what turns an ordinary sugarcane into the sweet delight we know and love. And just like that, we've transformed our sugarcane juice into raw sugar and molasses. We're almost there. Now it's time to refine our raw sugar. This brown, grainy raw sugar is not yet the sweet, white crystals we're familiar with. It still contains remnants of molasses and some impurities. So how do we turn it into the sugar we all know and love? First, the raw sugar is sent to a sugar refinery. Here, it undergoes a process called affination, where it's mixed with a hot syrup that dissolves the outer coating of the sugar crystals. This syrupy mixture is then centrifuged, separating the pure sugar crystals from the molasses. Next, the sugar crystals are dissolved into a liquid form and purified. This is done using either a carbonation or a phosphatation process. Both processes involve adding substances that bind to the impurities, allowing them to be easily filtered out. Once purified, the sugar solution is then crystallized. It's boiled to evaporate the water, causing the sugar to form back into crystals. These crystals are then spun in a centrifuge to remove any remaining liquid. The pure, white sugar crystals are now ready to be dried. They're sent through a large dryer where hot air removes any remaining moisture. Once dry, it's packaged up and ready to be distributed to stores around the world. From the field to the factory, that's the journey of sugar. The next time you stir a spoonful into your coffee, you'll know exactly where it came from.